Hey there, I'm Mr. Shay. Really good to see you here today. You know, I taught elementary art for 36 years. A lot of the projects were good, a lot of them were great, and some of them were just amazingly great. The ones you'll see here in this series are just the amazing ones. We'll start off today with a origami paper box. Pretty easy to do. I'll take you right through the process. But I've got to caution you. Making origami boxes can be habit forming. After a while, you'll want to make one everywhere you go. And at the end of the video, I'll show you what's inside this box. So I hope you stay tuned. Okay, here we are at the art table. So, a basic origami box. How do we make one? Well, let's get started, and it's not as hard as you might think. In fact, it's pretty darn easy. First of all, we need a piece of paper from the copying machine, or any 8.5 by 11 white paper, any kind of color will do. And we're going to start off by folding it in half, what we call the skinny way or the tall way, whichever, and fold it in half the tall way. Let's move that back. Okay, open it up. I know you're with me so far. Bring the sides in to the center. Put a crease. Flip it around. Do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes I like to take my scissors and go over that crease a little bit with the handle. You can do that. Oh, that's great. Okay. Now, let's open it up. This time we'll be folding it the wide direction, the fat direction, whatever you want to call that. And line it up as carefully as you can. Fold it down the wide direction. Okay. Alright, now we'll open it up again and we'll bring these sides in to the center line. Okay. That one and that one into the middle. Alright, great. There we are. Okay? Next, gets a little bit more interesting. So, these two bottom corners we're going to fold in like triangles until they touch that fold line right there. Okay? Until they touch the fold line. Let me get in a little closer on this here. You'll be able to see a little better. Okay. Until they touch the fold line. Alright, and then on this side too, bring it in until it touches that fold line. Looks like the little bottom of a boat or something. Okay, wouldn't hurt to sharpen up the corners a little. Okay, let's flip it around. Bring that side in. Same way. Bring that side in. Same way. Okay, very good. Let's do that too. Okay, this part is the part that is the hardest part, I think, of the box, where you bend this little tail, this little flap of paper. If you're careful, it could tear on you, so I like to try to coax it a little bit first before I make the bend. And bend this flap of paper down on top of those triangles as far down as they'll go. Make sure they're on top of the triangle right there. That's what's going to hold your box together. Sometimes later on, even if I'm working with a different kind of box paper, I'll show you this one in a minute, you can put a little glue in, just a little dab of glue to hold the whole thing together, but we're fine with notebook paper. We'll be okay here. Turn it upside down to complete that fold on the other side. flatten everything out real good. Haha, okay. Well, that's it. That's really it. Now we're ready to bring the box together. So it's a little easier if you put it on your table in front of you this way. Get your thumbs in here, like that, and just begin to stretch it open. It may fight you a little, or you might get lucky and it might just pop up just like mine. But these sides of the boxes right here want to come up so bad. They really want to be a box. So get your pointer finger and your thumb and put a squeeze there. While you do, see if you can bring that piece of paper, sharpen that fold, turn it around this way, and bring your box right up. And hey, voila! Look at that. We did it. We made the first part of our box. Actually, this part will be the lid of our box. That's going to be the lid. So, how do we make the bottom part of the box? Well, yeah, you probably guessed it. Same thing. This time, though, what to keep in mind, whatever kind of box you're making out of any kind of paper, if the lid is going to fit over the base of the box, the base has to be just a little smaller. So what we need to do here is going the tall direction, bend back a little bit. How much? A little bit, like that. Maybe I'd say a ½ inch. Just make a little crease where a ½ inch is. Okay, like that. And I'm going to take my scissors and cut along that line. Come on, Mr. Shay, go straight. Okay. Cut along that line. Okay. Just put that to the side. We don't need that anymore. And going the wide direction, same thing. We need to make the box a little smaller in the wide direction. So, whatever you did going the tall direction, do the wide direction equally as you can. Okay, bend that up, and we're going to cut that off too. Okay. All right. That's it. So now we just make the box all over again. Who remembers what to do first? Raise your hand out there. Yeah, that's right. Fold it in half the tall way. Okay. Open it up. Yep, that's right. Bring the sides in. 1 and 2. This is the tall way. Okay. Now, remember, open it up, bring it up the wide direction, fat direction, whatever you want to call it, like that. Okay. And then open it up the fat way, and bring the sides in, get my fingers working, bring that into the middle. Okay, and bring that in the middle. You make sure you end up with your paper the fat way. If you wind up folding it the fat way first and you end up this way trying to make the corners, you'll see right away there's nothing you can do to lock the box together going the tall way. So that's why we always want to end up the fat way, like that, okay? And hey, if you make a mistake, just get back to the fat way again. So we bend that corner in, we bend that corner in, and you remember. Let's get that going. Make it a square, a rectangular rather, as you possibly can. Oh, now that looks great. Moment of truth. Here's the first one we made. See how this one's just a little bit smaller, the one we just made? And that will let you complete your box by putting the top across the bottom. It's great. All right. Well, once you get good at making these boxes, then you can elaborate on some other ideas. Here's one I made the other day, and this little guy I decided to decorate a little bit, made a little frog inside thing. I'm trying to create a little bit of mystery about what's maybe inside of my little frog box. Let's open up and see. Ah, it's the origami paper frog. There he is. I'm not going to make him with you today, but hang on, someday. Whoa, he jumped away. Someday, pretty soon, we're going to tackle that little origami frog. Let's put the frog inside his box. Here's another variation on a box. So a little bit different paper this time. This is kind of like straight up origami paper you might buy at a craft store. It's white on one side, it's colorful on the other side, but I decided just to put a little handle on it. That's kind of neat, isn't it? It's like a little treasure box. And hey, guess what? Another frog inside. Away he goes. Let's put him back in his box. Why not? Here's a variation on a box idea. I made a box, and I decided to cut the top open just by sending my scissors through there and just removing the top. So now I've got kind of a cool little shadow box thing. I could put something interesting in there, or if I want, I can flip it around. I could draw a picture or put a picture on the back of the box, slide it in backwards, and hey, art rules. I would say so. Yes, art rules. One other variation. Here's a decorative top I put on this box. So if you wanted to give your mom a gift, or grandma or daddy or something, you could make a nice box like that, cut an opening in it, maybe put some tissue paper inside there, and make it look all decorative. So, hey, that's it.